Hi, I'm Sally. Today I had my interview for a cosmetic formulator position at Vera Beauty, the biggest beauty company in the country. And honestly, the place I'd been dreaming about working forever. I'd been prepping nonstop for this day, hoping everything would go perfectly. Some guy came out of nowhere and slammed right into me, sending me crashing into the ground. My stuff went flying everywhere. And to top it off, the bag of chips he was holding landed square on my shirt. Jeez Louise, just my luck. I scrambled back up, totally flustered, while he hurriedly scooped up my things and shoved them back into my hands.
Sorry, miss.
And then he just took off running. Somehow I still managed to make it on time, but when I walked into the office, I froze. One of the interviewers was Jake, an upperclassman from my old university, and the other was the actual CEO of Vera Beauty. Since this was literally my very first job interview, my nerves were going wild. I tried to keep it together and handed the CEO a notebook that was supposed to have all my cosmetic formulas inside. These are some of the formulas I've been working on. Please, take a look.
Recipe for spaghetti bolognese? 200 grams of beef? What is this supposed to be?
I snatched the notebook back, frantically flipping through the pages. What the fudge? This wasn't mine. That clumsy guy earlier must have swapped it by mistake.
I think this role requires someone who takes the job a little more seriously.
And just like that, my very first interview crashed and burned. I walked out feeling totally defeated, and the more I replayed it, the more annoyed I got. If I ever ran into that guy again, I swore I'd give him a lesson he wouldn't forget. Right then, my phone started ringing. Hello?
Hi, this is Henry, the guy who ran into you earlier. I saw your number written in the notebook and just wanted to call and apologize.
And the thing was, his voice sounded so genuine that I couldn't even throw out a single son of a biscuit at him. Alright, fine. But can you return my notebook? It's really important to me.
Actually, I read through your formulas. They're incredible. I'd love to invite you to work at my company. I'm the founder of Blumera. We're still a young name in cosmetics, but with your talent, I truly believe we can grow fast.
I couldn't believe it. Just when I thought my chance was gone, another door opened right in front of me. Okay then, I'm in. On my first day, Henry personally gave me a tour around his company.
We're still small, so there aren't many employees yet, but everyone's welcoming. I hope you'll settle in fast.
I hope so too. The more we worked together, the more I admired him. He's so hardworking, so ambitious. We experimented, failed countless times, but he never lost hope. And finally, all those late nights paid off. Our new foundation went viral, selling out everywhere. Over 50,000 units sold today! Overjoyed, I jumped up and hugged Henry.
Thank you, Sally.
Ahem, you two are hugging a little too tight. My face burned. I could only hope Henry didn't notice. To celebrate, he invited me to dinner. All our hard work finally paid off. Your family must be so proud. But his smile froze.
My family doesn't really care. I'd rather not talk about them.
I instantly regretted bringing it up. I'm sorry.
Don't be. I'm not lonely anymore. Not since you came into my life.
He gently held my hand and didn't pull away. From that night on, we were together. Our product turned Blumera from an unknown brand into a name that mattered. At a mall event promoting the line, I ran into Jake.
So you're with Blumera now. Honestly, I regret letting someone like you slip away.
With Vera's reputation, I'm sure you'll find plenty of talent.
Still, be careful with Henry. He's not the good guy you think.
Henry is good. He's also my boyfriend, so please, stop talking about him like that. Right then, Henry appeared, his face darkening at the sight of Jake. Before I could explain, he pulled me aside. What's going on?
He and I have bad history from my old job. Jake isn't someone you can trust. Stay away from him.
I didn't know what had happened between them, but I refused to believe Henry was the villain Jake made him out to be. Not long after, Jake's company launched a lipstick that went viral, cutting into our sales.
We need a new product. Cheaper, flashier. That's the only way to beat him.
But if we lower the price too much, we won't make a profit.
Then let's use cheaper ingredients.
No way. That would risk people's health.
I don't care. I just need to crush Vera, no matter what it takes.
We had our biggest fight ever. Henry felt like a stranger to me. What on earth was driving him to this? After work, I left without saying a word to Henry. My mind was a mess, and I didn't even notice when Jake suddenly appeared beside me.
Sally, what's wrong? You don't look okay.
Henry and I had a fight. His words from before echoed in my head, and I finally asked the question that had been eating at me. What really happened between you and Henry?
He stole one of my experiments. That's why he got fired. I know it's hard to accept, but it's the truth.
My heart sank. No way. Henry? Before I could process it, I felt someone yank me backward.
Didn't I tell you to stay away from him? Scared you might find out who you really are?
Henry looked like he was about to lose it. I stepped in before he could lunge at Jake. Henry, tell me straight, did you steal Jake's experiment or not? If he denied it, I'd believe him completely. But instead of an answer, all I got was silence and hesitation.
See? I told you. He's not who you think he is. What if bringing you into Blumera was all part of his little plan? Shut your mouth!
Stop it, Henry. You're letting me down. From that day on, things between us froze. Outside of work, we didn't say a word. One afternoon, I knocked on Henry's office door to get a contract. When no one answered, I slipped inside. He wasn't there. I opened the cabinet to look, but a stack of files fell to the floor. I picked them up only to find detailed records about me. My major, every award I'd won, everything. Had Henry been digging into my life this closely from the very beginning? The door opened. Henry froze when he saw the files in my hands and rushed over to snatch them back. That day, we bumped into each other outside Vera. Did you plan it?
I'm sorry.
Henry, what else are you hiding from me? Enough. We're done. I can't stay with someone who keeps lying to me. And just like that, I broke up with Henry and left Blumera. Jake called often, checking in, convincing me again and again until I finally accepted his offer at Vera Beauty. It was my dream job, but truth be told, I didn't feel happy. I kept thinking about those days at Blumera. Hard, yes, but filled with moments I actually cherished. Come on, Sally. Time to start over. One lunch break, while scrolling through social media, I stumbled on a video from a famous beauty blogger. She was blasting Blumera's products, claiming they cause skin irritation. My chest tightened. Henry, did you really go down the wrong path? Later that afternoon, I went to Jake's office for some paperwork, but right outside, I froze when I overheard them talking.
This time, Henry's company will definitely go down.
He learned the hard way that going against us only ends in failure.
Something about it felt off. I tracked down the blogger to get some answers. When she walked up to her house, I saw her face. Completely clear, no acne, no irritation, nothing like the video. My gut dropped. So, Henry's been set up! I rushed back to Blumera. Henry, listen, I need to tell you, but a crowd stormed in, led by that same blogger shouting for Blumera to be shut down. I couldn't take it anymore. I marched up to her, swiped my hand across her cheek, and the fake acne makeup smeared away. Everyone was astonished when they saw her flawless, pale white face. Everyone can see now, this was nothing but a staged stunt to destroy Blumera. I've used Blumera's products myself, and they never caused me a single problem. Are you sure you want to keep lying? Because spreading false claims has consequences. Don't arrest me. Jake told me to do it. He made me. My suspicion was right all along. Jake was the mastermind. Then both you and Jake will face the truth. Afterward, Henry and I went up to his office. It was finally time to clear the air. I want to know everything.
The CEO of Vera Beauty is my father, and Jake is my half-brother, but my dad only ever cared about him. I made mistakes in the past because I was jealous and desperate to prove myself.
My chest tightened hearing Henry's confession. He'd been carrying so much pain all along.
And the truth is, our first meeting wasn't by chance. I knew how talented you were, so I did everything I could to pull you away from Vera Beauty. We actually crossed paths before, but maybe you don't remember.
He handed me a photo from our old lab class, and there he was, the quiet, introverted guy who always sat in the corner. He'd changed so much I hadn't even recognized him.
I'm sorry. It was all my pride and stubbornness, but when you left, I realized you meant more to me than anything. Sally, can you forgive me?
I wrapped my arms around him, holding the scarred heart he'd kept hidden. I promise, I'll never walk away from you again. One day, we headed home after an exhausting day at work. Passing Vera Beauty's building, I saw the company sign being torn down. Ever since the scandal, their reputation has nosedived until finally, they went bankrupt. Henry's father and Jake stood outside, both looking completely wrecked. The moment his dad saw him, he rushed forward.
Henry, the company's gone. The debts are too much. I can't hold on anymore. Please, help me.
I'll pay off your debts, but after that, we're done. No more ties between us.
Yes, just cover the debts. That's all I need.
I knew Henry had never been important to his father, just a tool to use when convenient. I could only hope he wouldn't get hurt again. Don't let it crush you, okay? He's not worth it.
I only save my feelings for the people who actually matter, and that's you.
I smiled and held his hand, and from now on, all that waits for us is joy and happiness. 5, 6, 7, 8! Oops, sorry, I didn't see you all there. Oh hey, my name's Sarah Mae Johnson. That's S-A-R-A-H, with an H. Don't forget it! Ever since I was little, I've dreamed of being a cheerleader. My life was all rainbows and sunshine until she showed up and ruined everything. You see, wait, hold on. Like and subscribe subscribe to hear the rest of this twisted story. So ever since I was young, I've always been drawn to dance shows, gymnastics, and basically anything athletic. I wanted to be just like them. Luckily, my parents saw my passion and supported me by enrolling me in lessons early on. But those first steps, yeah, not so easy. But with hard work, I got better, more graceful, nailing those tough moves. The only problem, middle school took a sharp turn south when this mean, nasty, competitive, and all-around awful girl showed up. Ew! Ouch! You! Oops, my bad! Yep, her. Sarah Mae Johnson without the H. I hated her from the moment we met, and to make things worse, we had the same name, except I had the H and she didn't. And clearly, the H stood for honesty, heart, or humor. 3 things she had none of. My parents, just regular folks, while her dad was the mayor and her mom ran the biggest hospital in town. So of course people compared us all the time. They called her S-Girl, and me, Walmart version of Sarah. Ugh, S-Girl, more like soggy squid. It's way more fitting. One day I was walking down the hallway when I saw this guy holding a huge sign with, "Will you be my girlfriend?" written on it. He was smiling right at me. I rushed over because, duh, it was the first time anyone had asked me out so publicly. Yes, 100 times yes!
Move over, not you, weirdo. Her, the girl behind you.
Sarah! My face turned 50 shades of red as Sarah walked right up to him, ripped the sign in half, and said, "How dare you ask me out with that ugly face of yours? I'll pass you over to Sarah here." Everyone burst out laughing, and from then on, I got a new nickname, Miss Assume It All. I couldn't stand being the butt of everyone's jokes, treated like a knockoff version of Sarah. So I begged my parents to let me transfer schools before 8th grade started. Then high school came, and soon enough, I became a bit of a school celebrity. Hold on, let me check my Instagram real quick. 98, 99, one more, and boom! 100,000 followers! No biggie, right? And boys, yeah, they were always lining up to talk to me. Honestly, I had it all, until he showed up, Marcus. Life kept rolling on like that until one day, something was off.
Look, there's a new girl. She's so pretty.
I turned around and almost fell over. No way! It was that soggy squid! What was she doing here? Our eyes met. I worked so hard to escape her, and now here she was back in my life? And to make matters worse, Sarah's locker ended up right next to mine. Every day I'd open my locker and piles of love letters and gifts would spill out. But they weren't for me. They were all meant for her because people kept mixing us up. I mean, I used to get a lot of letters too, but nothing like this. How is she that popular? What? 300,000 followers? I gathered up all the junk and dumped it in front of Sarah. Here, take this. Tell your adoring fans to stop bugging me. Oh, I don't need any of that. Take whatever you like. Don't be shy. As if I'd want any of it. If it weren't for the crowd watching us, I would have told her off right there. Being mistaken for Sarah was so annoying. I was this close to sticking a giant sign on my locker. But then again, it did have its perks. Like that one time I wasn't paying attention and crashed into a giant trash bin, sending it rolling into the middle of the intersection with garbage flying everywhere. Just as a police car pulled up, the officer was about to give me a ticket for public damage when he heard my name. The second he realized who I wasn't, he started apologizing for not recognizing the mayor's daughter and let me go. But that still wasn't enough to make me hate her any less. That Sarah even joined the cheer team, confidently announcing that she was there to compete with me and that she'd be the next leader of the squad. And the scary part, she was actually pretty good. And this month's Cheerleader of the Month award goes to Sarah. Congratulations! Oh, thank you, ma'am! And thank you everyone for always supporting me when actually, I meant this Sarah. And just like that, we were competing over everything, every single day. It got so bad that the hallway practically became our personal battlefield. If I was you, I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. I could take your man if I want to, but lucky for you, I don't want to. I heard your crush's name is Marcus, huh? How the heck did she know about Marcus? Speaking of Marcus, he'd been gone all week on some family trip to Asia, so I hadn't seen him in forever. Miss him so much. Ugh. But the next morning, I walked into school and saw the most horrifying sight. Sarah was all over Marcus. Oh, thanks so much, Marcus. This is gorgeous. I'll treasure it forever. I rushed over to them and Marcus turned to me with his gentle smile.
Sarah, I've got a gift for you too.
I took the gift, my heart soaring, but I didn't forget to question Sarah. How do you know him? Oh, well, you know, good people just naturally attract each other. Duh. Didn't you say you wouldn't mess with my guy? He's not yours! And then, bam! We lunged at each other and had the catfight of the century. It only stopped when Marcus stepped in to break us up. From that day on, I gathered all my courage and went after Marcus myself. But every time we had a moment, Sarah showed up like some third-wheel nightmare, splitting his attention between us both. We went to cheer for every single one of Marcus's football games. Go, Marcus, go! You got this! Marcus is number one! Marcus is number one! And when Marcus joined the school play, we were there for every performance too. So good, so good! But of course, 15 minutes in, we both passed out and napped through most of it. You were incredible! You should totally be an actor. That play was so touching, I'm still wiping my tears. Yeah, me too. So emotional.
But I was in a comedy tonight.
And so it went, constant battles with Marcus always in the middle. Finally, he called both of us to the bleachers and said,
Sarah and Sarah. Even your names are practically the same.
No, they're not!
Alright. You're both beautiful. You're both talented. So it's hard for me to choose between you. I really do like both of you. But hey, I hear the cheer team's holding a competition to find a new leader, right? So whoever wins that will also win a place in my heart. Deal?
Sarah and I exchanged confused looks, but then nodded with determination. This battle, I was going to win it. I threw myself into training like a madwoman, staying late in the gym almost every night. But I wasn't alone. You planning to sleep here? Aw, worried about me? Worry about yourself because you're going down. The competition day was fast approaching and the whole school was buzzing with excitement. Fans from both sides paraded around campus cheering us on.
Sarah with an H. H for honesty. H for heart. H for humor. Sarah with an H. H for hate. H for harm. H for horrible.
Students were even placing bets on who'd come out on top. Some even tried bribing me to throw the competition so they could win big. The big day arrived and I kept my confidence up as best I could. I stood strong at the top of the cheer pyramid, feeling every muscle working to keep my balance. From up here, I could see everything. The bright lights of the stage, the cheers of the crowd, and right beside me, Sarah, without an H, was standing on her own pyramid. I had to admit she looked confident too. Not a single bit of hesitation. Bet you're scared standing so high up, huh? I'm used to being on top, but you? Need me to lend you a ladder to reach up here? Let's see who Marcus will be looking at. We both glanced toward the bleachers to find Marcus, and our jaws dropped. There he was, kissing another girl. I gasped, but thankfully managed to keep my balance. Sarah, on the other hand, wobbled and nearly fell. I immediately grabbed her arm. Let go! Are you crazy? You're the crazy one. If I let go, you'll fall. Let go now! No way! You're nuts! No, you're nuts! And we kept bickering until... It's your fault. No, it's your fault.
Will you two just stop it already?
We were moved to the same room, both of us all bruised and battered like we just survived a battlefield. We were so immature, fighting over some jerk. Yeah, I didn't expect him to pull a fast one like that. I even found out he was the bookie organizing all those bets at school about who'd win between us. Ugh. What? No way! How dare he? I saw Sarah deep in thought for a moment. Then she turned to me. Hey. What? I'm sorry. Huh? Sorry for being so awful to you and for trying to compete with you over everything. It's just, I grew up in a super strict family, so I've always felt like I had to be the best at everything. The truth is, I never hated you. I was just scared that you were too good and would outshine me. When I found out you transferred schools, I felt disappointed and kinda sad too. I felt the same way. I'm sorry too, for calling you a soggy squid, and honestly, I always thought you were really talented. I was just too chicken to admit it. After that, we laughed and chatted about all the silly memories from before, realizing how childish we'd been. Looking back, it was all pretty funny. Time passed and both of us healed completely and returned to school. Someone else ended up becoming the leader of the cheer squad, but neither of us minded. Sarah and I became the school's most iconic duo, earning the nickname S-Twins. We were inseparable, competing together in every event and performance, winning tons of awards. And as for him, who? You know who. We heard that he got beaten up by some guys from another school because apparently the girl he kissed that day already had a boyfriend, a guy who's like the king of their school. And after our cheer competition, all those people who placed bets tracked down Marcus the bookie to get their money back. But he'd blown it all on games. That's how the nickname Marcus the Punching Bag came to be. Totally deserved. But let's forget that loser. Time to focus on living our best lives. Hey girl, this super cute guy is hitting me up. Where? Let me judge. Okay, we've gotta go now, y'all. We're off to do some serious cute guy screening. From now on, anytime one of us has a new love interest, they've gotta pass through the other's approval first. Our bad boy radar? Super sharp now. That day, my fiancé Daniel and I went to a souvenir shop in town. I decided to buy him a special lavender-scented bag, which was made in Italy.
I'll keep it with me to remind me of you.
Suddenly, I looked to the side and saw two girls happily wearing Christmas headbands for each other. Wow, I really admire them. I didn't know when I could find such a beautiful friendship. Ouch! Are you okay?
Guards! Red alert!
Oh my god, did he lose his mind? At this time, my bodyguards burst into the door. They even had intent to pull out weapons. I order you to stop, right now. And it's no wonder why these girls were scared to death. Daniel, please, just don't overreact.
I just followed the Duke's words.
Guys, if this keeps happening, I won't have any friends in my whole life. Hi, I'm Isa, the dear daughter of a Grand Duke of Belgium. You probably already know, he is Daniel, my fiancé, and my only friend. Did you want to know the reason? I was controlled over what I wore and about standard attitude. I was allowed to attend the class, but unlike normal students, the relationships around me had to go through many very strict censorship steps. Background? My mother is a housewife? But I still haven't introduced my father! The next one!
I always get a 3.8 in math, science, and physics.
Why not 4.0? Wow, your place is so magnificent! Let go of me! How dare you reject me! What? She didn't even have time to say anything. My life was being interfered with so much. If this continued, no one wanted to join the group with me. Mom! You see, these materialistic people will easily take advantage of you. But we're just sharing the group's presentation. From now on, only those with this badge can approach you. Is it okay? Just because of that strict rule, I had to do the presentation on my own and get a low score. That was why nobody wanted to be friends with me. Especially Maddie, the queen bee in my school. Normally, half of the school cafeteria would be occupied by my bodyguards. The fact that I blocked the path also cost them time and had to leave their work unfinished.
Let me through, please. I have an urgent business.
I was about to make my way for him when my bodyguard pushed him away. The friends around started whispering. She's scary. Are all the royals that scary? No one accepted me into the group because of her. If she's not the Duke's daughter, I'll definitely teach her a lesson. Honestly to say, I felt hurt and tired. I confided this to Daniel, but his reaction left me, well, disappointed.
Stop overthinking. Don't be sad, be happy.
Ha ha. This advice was so helpful. It just made me more depressed. One day, I was in history class when suddenly my stomach hurt. Immediately, I was carried to the toilet by the bodyguards.
All clear. Safe.
You can go out now! And of course, I had to sit in the toilet for a long time. Wow, it's finally so comfortable. Wait, where was the toilet paper? It was over. There was no toilet paper in here. Should I call my bodyguards? That was such a shame! God, I was really confused and didn't know what to do. I wish there was a toilet paper roll falling from the sky. But suddenly, one fell into my hand. Is there really a miracle in this cruel world? It's not a miracle. It's from me. God, I thought no one was here. Where did this weird girl come from? Don't be surprised. I'm hiding from bullies. I just didn't expect to be stuck with the Duke's daughter here. Turned out, this girl is Helen, the weird-looking girl in my high school. Helen looked at me in a friendly way, different from the attitude others had towards me. The toilet over there is really out of paper. If you need help, call out. Lucky for me, thanks to Helen, I got out of that embarrassing situation. I have never met someone so kind to me. At this moment, a rough voice scaring Helen. Helen, get out here. Don't hide in this nasty place. Oh my god, they always take my book to bully me. Helen trembled and hid behind me. Gosh, Maddie again? I didn't want her to suffer the mental bullying as I did, so I tried to find a way to help her. Helen, I have this idea. Do as I say. Hey, can you come in here for a bit closer? And you, I'm so thirsty. Go buy a bottle of water for me. Slowly, Helen and I stepped outside. Phew, finally done. Let's go. The bodyguard saw this and ran to stop Helen.
Madame, she is...
I brushed his hand away and quickly explained that Helen was my friend who had met my family's standards. Just like that, we got out of there in front of Maddie and her sidekick, who were extremely furious. As for my bodyguard, I heard when he woke up and didn't see his badge, my mother fired him immediately. Thanks to that successful plan, I got a new friend, Helen. We secretly text each other when we're at home. She was very funny and always encourages me. I suddenly realized I no longer talked to Daniel as much as before. Helen was a good listener and always found the perfect ways to solve my problems. To me, that day was wonderful. For the first time, I knew what it was like to have a best friend who was a girl. Helen and I became closer and closer day by day. I often took Helen shopping, and she often gave me small handmade gifts. Oh my god, they were super cute! On top of that, we had a common enemy, Maddie. I painted the word held an outdoor camp at night for the first time. I really wanted to attend that event, but my parents never agreed to let me do that. I thought I couldn't, you know. Come on, I swear they have the best of the best sausage in the world. You deserve to enjoy this beautiful life. Come on. Helen's invitation convinced me. I also wanted to try to experience life like other teenagers, so I decided to make a plan to sneak out. That night, we successfully escaped to the school camp with Helen's support. Whoa, this was the very first time in my life to enjoy that atmosphere. Everyone enjoyed chatting and playing the guitar here and there. Such a fantastic thing. The life outside of the wall, was that great? I was so happy that I even missed calls from Daniel. Helen ran toward me holding a sausage in her hand. You should try this. It's awesome! Before I could do anything, Helen put the sausage into my mouth. Oh, hot! It's hot! But hold up. How could it be? It's so delicious. It's delicious, right? Come, I'll take you to the book exchange area. Helen was about to drag me away when suddenly we bumped into the meanest girl in this high school, Maddie. You guys dare to shame me, huh? No bodyguard. I want to see who will save you. We better run. What? Let's run, Issa! After that, we ran as fast as we could to the garage. I quickly ran to the passenger seat. Seeing that, Helen looked at me in panic. Oh my god! Why are you sitting there? What about me? Hurry up! Maddie's gang are coming! Helen quickly jumped into the car and sped off. Maddie gave chase but couldn't keep up. Damn, we almost got beat by Maddie and her sidekick. Phew, we almost got caught. Your face at the time was so funny. We were joking, then suddenly a downpour arrived. Oh no, we got soaking wet. If we don't hurry, we'll both catch a cold. Pull it up, hurry! How? Oh my god, I've never driven a convertible. She was so confused that she mistakenly pressed the wiper blades. I burst into laughter. This moment between two friends was something I've always desired. Then Helen drove me home. I quickly climbed inside through the window. Phew! Lucky for us, everyone was still asleep. Yay! Nobody knows! Are you sure? I turned around startled and found my mother and... Daniel? Why was he here at this time?
I couldn't call you, so I had to come all the way here.
He didn't know what he'd done. I was doomed for sure. I would be punished. I struggled to contain my mom's anger, but no avail. It's no use. Tell me, who's that girl? Oh no, she'd seen Helen. Maybe she would make things difficult for her. I had no choice but to tell my mom the whole truth and all the things I feel for my best friend. She was as smart as this guy, as beautiful as Taylor Swift, and as funny as Charlie Chaplin. But what surprised me more was my mom was not angry. She just made a very unexpected decision. Bring her here. I want to meet her. So, at my mother's invitation, Helen agreed to come over to the palace. It took me a whole day to train her on what she should say. Everything would be fine for sure. That afternoon, Daniel directly came to the school to pick us up.
Are you done?
We kissed on the cheeks as a greeting, but strangely, Helen stood bewildered and looked at him for a while. I introduced him as my fiancé. Suddenly, Helen tugged at my shirt. Isa, I need to tell you something. I didn't understand why Helen was acting so strangely. Before I could hear her, Daniel stepped between us.
Why don't we talk in the palace?
Before we got into the car, Maddie passed by and winked at my Daniel. What a witch! Helen looked annoyed. I really didn't know what was going on. Then, when we got to the palace, our parents and the three of us had a meal together. Although Helen passed my mom's test during the meal, she kept giving Daniel an evil look. Suddenly, a loud thud came from under the table.
Ouch!
Was Helen kicking Daniel? Helen motioned for me to go out, then she whispered in a low voice, Isa, Daniel is a womanizer. I saw him flirting with Maddie. Huh? Womanizer? Suddenly, a red alarm sounded and the bodyguards appeared. What happened?
Madame, the necklace in the gallery has been stolen.
Oh no, why did such a horrible thing happen? Helen and I immediately gathered at the dining room. A quick search occurred. Helen, will you allow me to check your bag? Yes, of course. I didn't take that necklace. How could that be? Helen is a thief? No, not like that. Take her out. Never let her approach Isa again.
I knew she was lying.
The bodyguard dragged Helen out. From a distance, I could hear her screams. Isa, I was framed. Trust me, please. No, there was definitely something wrong here. So I checked the necklace and to my surprise, discovered who the real thief was. That night, I asked to talk to Daniel in private. Do you have something to tell me? He didn't pay attention to what I said. He just stared at his phone. Seeing that, I immediately grabbed his phone. And surprised! He was texting Maddie. They usually talked and flirted while he waited for me. Damned, he was a liar. Helen was right. He was also the one who blamed Helen for stealing the necklace. You're horrible. Helen was right. You stole the necklace. Because on the pendant is the lavender powder I gave you. Daniel's face turned pale in fear.
Isa.
Next day, I told my mom everything. My family immediately canceled the marriage with Daniel. They also directly apologized to Helen after that. In the end, everything was settled. Mom no longer forbids me from making friends. And of course, Helen will still be my best friend. I realized I needed to trust my friend. And she also was willing to overcome barriers to be friends with me.